In this video, I'm going to find the quadratic residues of 3, and then go on and find the value of the Legendre symbol, 53 over 3, and then go on and find the value of the Legendre symbol, 3 over 53. So I'll start by looking at the first one there, finding the quadratic residues of 3. To find the quadratic residues of a number m, we look at values of x which are greater than or equal to 1, but less than or equals to the floor value of m divided by 2. And then go on and evaluate the remainder when x squared is divided by m. So what we'll be looking at is x squared mod m. So in this case, we are looking at quadratic residues of 3. So we are having our m is equals to 3. Go on and find the floor value of m divided by 2, and that will give us 3 divided by 2, the floor value of that, and that floor value is a 1. So in this case, we're just looking at one value of x, which is a 1. So I'll draw a table, and then I have my x, and then I have my x squared, and then x squared mod 3. And that remainder x squared mod 3 is the one that will give us the residues. So we are having our x, we said we are just having one value, it's a 1. X squared is 1 squared is a 1. And then we look at x squared mod 3. The remainder when 1 is divided by 3. So in this case, we just have that the quadratic residues of 3 is the value 1. So we are having the quadratic residues, we just have one value, which is a 1. I now move on to question number 2, finding the value of the Legendre symbol, 53 over 3. By definition, the Legendre symbol, a over m, is equals to 1 if a is a quadratic residue of m, and minus 1 if a is a quadratic non-residue of m, 0 if m divides a. So in this case, we are looking at 53 over 3, and we'll be saying, is 53 a quadratic residue of 3? The quadratic residues of 3 will just have a 1 there. The 53 is not there. So we'd have that the Legendre symbol, 53 over 3, is equals to minus 1, since 53 is not a quadratic residue of 3. I now move on to the third question, finding the value of the Legendre symbol, 3 over 53. So in this case, we are having that 3 over 53. In this case, now we are having our m is now the 53. So if we are to use the previous method we used when we were finding the Legendre symbol of this one here, we will be looking at the floor value of 53 over 2. So we would have to calculate many values of x there. So since we have calculated this Legendre symbol, a shorter method would be to use the law of quadratic reciprocity, which says that the Legendre symbol of p over q times the Legendre symbol q over p is equals to minus 1 to the power p minus 1 over 2 times q minus 1 over 2. So when you are looking at this part here, we see that our p is equals to 3, our q is equals to 53. So using this law of quadratic reciprocity, we can have that the Legendre symbol, 3 over 53, then multiplied by the q over p, the 53 over 3, it will be equal to minus 1 to the power 3 minus 1 divided by 2 multiplied by 53 minus 1 divided by 2. For the right-hand side there, it simplifies to minus 1 to the power 26. Minus 1 to the power 26 gives us a 1. So the right-hand side there is a 1. And for this part here, the Legendre symbol 53 over 3, we had it here. It's a minus 1. So I substitute those values. Then we have 3 over 53 multiplied by minus 1 is equals to 1. I can take this minus 1 to the right-hand side just by dividing the whole equation by minus 1. And when you do that, we get that the Legendre symbol 3 over 53 is equals to a minus 1.